Hello, everybody. Let me find the correct um, screen and we can get started. There we are. Hi, hope that you are having a good evening. It is Monday, February 17, President's Day here in the United States. Hi, I am Brenda Sellers, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the great state of Tennessee. Um, I hope that you have had a good day, whether you had it off from work or if you had to work. I hope that it was still a good day. Let me shrink these screens so I can be able to see comments. Yep, there we go. All right. I hope that you had a good week. Hope you had a good weekend. If you celebrated Valentine's Day, I hope that that was good for you last Friday as well. Hi, Stamper girl. How are you, Miss Carol? Um, we had a good Galentine's party here. I still have some donuts left. Goodness, there's so many donuts, and they're yummy. They're absolutely delicious. They're like that thick, no joke, and they're big donuts. All right. So you come to watch me craft. You did not come to hear me jibber jabber, but I was giving people time to find me. Let me share my screen and I will show you the bundle that we're using. It's like, goodness, I cannot think. Let's make a little bit bigger. Stay there. Okay, and I'll fix it in just a second again. Share screen. All right, and then I can make that big and I can see it. Yay, I'm learning all the new little tricks and tips and freeze the donuts. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. I will put them in a freezer bag as soon as I finish this video tonight. That'll work. As my daddy would say, that dog will hunt. Put that under there so that you can see that a little bit easier. All right. The bundle we're using is Umbrella Days. So there's the stamp set. We are using every stamp in there except for Be Brave. And I didn't realize it until I had already stamped the last card or I would have changed the sentiment. We're using most of the dies. One of them a lot more than others, but that's okay. All right, let's get started. I will tell you, I did get some inspiration from our friends over on Pinterest. So our first card, if I can find it in here, I know we need that stamp. And we need to set some of these right here. We're going to use a blending brush. Lay those. No, that'll might not be in the way. We're using Pebbled Path. Don't lose pieces. Okay. That would be sad. All right, so let's just kind of tip them off. And Pebbled Path is a 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. I think next weekend I'll figure out how to get the camera a little bit taller. I'm not going to put this piece on yet. It is a little bit larger than our standard layer that I usually use is 4 by 5 1/4. This layer is actually 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. But let's put the center one in first before I forget. Here in the United States, we did not have any mail running. Most of the banks were closed, but I will tell you there were many doctors' offices still open and lots of phone calls to process today. So that was a trip. All right, let's open up the pebbled path and get the raindrops. Actually, first stay over there with your friend. We're going to stamp our sentiment in the lower corner and tap, tap, tap. Don't smash it. That's perfect. I'm going to lay that on the cleaning pad. Tap, and I'm going to stamp off and stamp on so they're a little bit lighter. You can see the difference. Down. Let's give this. Oh, yeah, I did stamp off, but it's still pretty dark. There we go. And now we can close up our pebbled path. I'm just going to go ahead and set it up here out of the way. Let me scoot over here and wash these off. I've got the Stampin' Scrub because I feel like it cleans the red rubber ones a little better than the chamois does. So you just get one side wet, one side stays dry to dry them. And then it's got some little raindrops right in there. I don't know if you can see those. There you go. But I love the Stampin' Scrub for the red rubber stamps. All right, now we can put this on our card base. Strip down the middle because I'm going to be sticking quite a bit of stuff to it. This has a very tiny border. I probably should have used the glue so I could wiggle it, but I got it. Yay. All right, and now I've already used the dies and cut out all the little pieces that are in a pile over here. Let's go ahead and put the umbrellas on first. And if I would have been thinking when I cut them out, I would have used adhesive sheets. But I was not thinking when I cut them out. Come on, glue. And I'm going to stick this one right down here. And I'm going to start with the pieces of the umbrella that are the center. It just needs a little bit. And I want it to have its little, see the little tippy top? There we go. By the time, if you decide to get this stamp set and dies, by the time you make 4 cards with this, you will be a pro at building the umbrella. I used Petunia Pop cardstock and cut them out. And then you'll see what else I did in just a few minutes. Let's right beside that. Let's go ahead and put the other one on. Those are teeny tiny little umbrella sticks, handles, whatever you want to call them. Go. I'm doing all of the umbrella pieces first so that I don't accidentally hit it with my shirt sleeve and drop it in the floor. It looks like it's time for me to get new cutting plates for my Stampin' Cut and Emboss because it's leaving little pieces and indentations on the paper. Scoot over a little bit. There you go. Scoot. This is Bubble Bath. Forgot to tell you what color that was. So you just need scraps. You don't need a whole sheet, and you can use whatever you want. And it doesn't have to be the exact same colors. We had a really bad rainstorm here Sunday morning. So it was appropriate to use umbrellas for the cards. The wind was blowing. It was blowing branches out of the trees close to the house. It was pretty strong. There we go. All right, let's lay this to the side and get our pebbled path back out. And we are going to use the blending brush on these clouds and give them a little hint of gray. And I always start off so that I don't get that blob on my design. You can obviously make it as light or as dark as you want. Put those out of the way. Get this big one. Those are some dark, angry clouds. And obviously you could do that with any color. Or you could leave them white puffy clouds. White puffy clouds are nice, but rainy days, you don't have white puffy clouds. Flip them over. We're going to put dimensionals on the back. Big guy gets 2. The little ones get 1. And I emptied my little cup because I was afraid I was going to spill it all over the place. Go ahead and put this one on, and it's going to go up here. This one is going to go right here. And that one's got plenty of rain clouds and rain coming out. All right, there's that card. And we did the inside. We are going to put some Wink of Stella on the clouds. And a little bit on the umbrellas. Kind of like painting it like with a paintbrush. All right. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's there. All right, that is card number 1. You lay it to the side. Card number 2 also uses You're the Umbrella to My Rainy Days. And this one is Azure Afternoon. All of its little pieces and parts are there. Sorry about that. This one I cut the card base. All the card bases tonight are 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, in case I forget to tell you. So this one I cut the umbrella out of Designer Series paper from Bright and Beautiful 6x6 Designer Series paper. Love it. All right, let's stamp first. Actually, let's put this piece in the middle. I want to stamp the puppy. I've lost. There he is. There he is. We can leave that open on the side. Stamp the puppy right there. Cute. And since we're going to stamp him again, I won't clean it. Slide towards the top. It's amazing with as much desk space as you have. I have the grid paper. Actually, it's the size of the glass mat grid to work on. So I have everything else laying around me. All right, now lay that to the side. Let's stamp. We are going to use boho blue and the raindrops. There. And to make them a little bit lighter, I'm going to stamp off and then stamp on. And I'm going to stamp the words first. So that I know how far over I could go. All right, ink, stamp, stamp. And then I'll do another row right here. Perfect. Unit cleaned. Lid on boho blue. Let's stamp the little girl or the child. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. Stamp it. There. And the doggy. Right, let's lid this. And we're going to color with the Light Summer Splash. In the small spaces, I always use the bullet tip of the blend because I have more control. It's like I needed it right there because I got out of lines. And then light real red for the boots. And the dog's collar. And we're gonna go with azure afternoon pants. And the puppy is 600. It's a light, I think it's the medium pack of these blends. Tried to have all of the die cutting and stuff because most people know how to die cut. If you don't, it is shown in another video. But I knew I would be coloring quite a bit, and I didn't want you to have to sit and watch too terribly long. Using the 700, I think this is the medium pack for the little hands. All right, let's go ahead and put this on here. This die shape is from the perennial postage. It is the second largest. All right, let's go ahead and put some adhesive on the back of this, and then we will put the rest of the stuff on after we get it on the card front. Oh, I should have colored that puppy. He's got a red collar too. I can color faster with the brush tip, but these tiny spaces make me nervous. I think this puppy is so cute. And there's a die that you could cut a little jacket for him. It's so cute. I have an extra one cut here. Look how teeny tiny that jacket is. It would go just like that, but it doesn't match the colors for tonight, so we're not going to use it. But look how cute that is. All right, now let's put our umbrella together. Let's just put the glue right here. Just a little bit, Brenda, not so much, because it's going to ooze. Everybody needs stars on their umbrella. go. You can actually pick that up with the putty end of your, take your pick tool as well, and that would help hold it in place. Slide down just a little bit. There we go. And some grass. I'm going to put little dots on here because I don't know exactly where it's going to lay on the card. And this gives them the illusion that they're standing in the grass and not just floating in air. How about that? There's that card. All right, next one. This one I saw on Patty Bennett's blog. Let's give credit where credit's due. I know this one came from her blog. And I used, what's that paper called? Full of Life Designer Series paper. So card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. This one, we need to do a little bit of work first. So let's lay those there. Let's put this on. Adhesive. I always obviously work from the bottom up, and I try to put the pieces together so that are on, get them assembled so that I don't lose anything. Oh, you got to scoot over a little bit, George. This is why glue is better. All right, and now I'm going to show you a little trick. I am going to use the die and cut some of those over here. We're going to cut 2 umbrellas out of the middle of this and see if it'll go through the mini. It will. Yay! Oh, it looks like I need to replace those plates. So put them closer to the middle because you want to be able to keep your border. So that one's going to have some green and some orange. Doesn't have to be exact. I do want to try not to bend my paper. And I just put my big old arm in your way. Sorry. All right. We're going to put it back through again because we need 2 umbrellas. This one's going to be more orange. Let's do it there. And again, being careful not to twist the paper so it doesn't bend the edges. Try not to shake the table too much. And this way, you can use that on your card. Let's go ahead and pop those out. And back on the mat, let's go ahead and put some adhesive on the back of this and get it on our card front. I can't tell where I've got glue. And so you decide if you want green in this corner or that corner, however you want to lay it on your card. I'm going to do it this way. And because that's going to have a piece of white on top of it, you could have cut 3 or 4 more of those umbrella pieces out of there and used them on something else. But let's stamp. All right, we're going to use boho blue again. And the raindrops. Yep, it was boho blue. Okay. Let's start. Oops, forgot to stamp my sentiment. I'll put it up here in this corner. All right, I want to put some raindrops right here, so let's use this because I don't want them going all the way to the bottom. Stamp off, stamp on, stamp off. And that way I can run it over to the edge over here. And if it goes off, it's okay. I'm not trying to space it weirdly this way. Oh, I didn't stamp off as hard as I wanted to. It's all right. It's raining harder in that spot, right? There we go. There. Now let's stamp the girl or the child first. Stamp the child. There. And the big tall person, it's got a long ponytail. I'm going to assume, like most people would, that it's a girl, but I know guys with ponytails too. She's got a braid. We're going to color that in so it will be totally fine. All right, let's piece the umbrella so that can be drying. Where it's great to pick those up. It moved. There we go. And now this one. Yes, I know that this is a lot of work, but it's so pretty when it's done. All right, squish out. There we go. And so she's going to get a azure. No, I've got boho blue for her shirt or for her gray jacket. Like I said, I can color faster with the fatter tip brush tip, so let's try that. Down by the braid, we're going to get one of those dark browns for her braid. All right. And the little one's coat is going to be the same color. They're matchy-matchy. Sleeve there. The photopolymer stamps, those lines give you a hint as to where to add some extra colors, so it gives a little more shading. All right, she is going to have a brown braid using the bullet tip. Let's not forget her braid. One's hands can be colored. The little one's pants are dark copper clay. Ooh, that is dark. Her pants are dark granny apple green. And then both of their boots are red. Let's go with dark red. To be honest, I wasn't sure how well I would like this stamp set, but I did a class with another demonstrator friend. Her name is Julie Salva and her friend Amy. And I can't stop using it. I usually gravitate more towards the flowers or scenery, but I'm digging this stamp set. All right, now we've got some little puddles that I cut out with the designer series paper so that they're a little more variegated in colors instead of coloring them. Let's put this big one over here. This one. Perfect. Surprised I don't have glue all over my fingers. I cut it out of the same paper pack as the layer and the umbrellas. That's what those are called. All right, because those are hanging off, I'm going to flip them over. And very carefully, because I know that glue's not dry, snip. Hold that one in place. I'll snip. Try not to pinch my finger. I didn't. All right, now let's put some adhesive on the back of this. If you have subscribed to my email list, then you got the email telling you what set I was going to use tonight. And it also has a list of all of the products. You don't have to buy all of the products. Pick and choose what you want. You can go down through the list and say add it to the cart or not. And there's that. Let's add some sparkles to the rain puddles with our Wink of Stella. But again, if you wanted to place an order and you use the host code and your order is $45 or more, I will send you the materials, the cardstock and such to make these. I'll send you the designer series paper pieces and the cardstock to make all of this. But if it, like those puddles, you need the bundle to do that so that you get it exactly like this one. All right, one more, and it's a little faster because I already did a lot of the coloring. This one is going to say the storm will end and the sun will shine again. And yep, dig it out of here. This one is a little different than what I usually do. Oh, and I just dropped a piece. All right. Hold on 1 minute. Sorry about that. I don't like to run away from the video, but it couldn't be helped tonight. All right, there's our piece that I dropped on the floor. And one of my screens just went blank. There we go. All right, this is blueberry bushel. 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I've got different size pieces. This is Azure Afternoon. It goes on the front. And our smaller basic white goes on the front. So let's go ahead and put these pieces down. You could stamp the something on the inside of this so that you don't have a naked inside. I, however, did not. Could also decorate your envelopes to match. That would be pretty cool. All right, our azure afternoon is 5 by 3 3/4. And Becky, I flipped it over just for you. Not really. It's one of those things that we tease about all the time. It's like, there's nothing stamped on it. Why did you flip it over? Well, because it's habit. This one, I am not putting on the front straight. So if it messes you up, do it how you want to. We're going to put it on the card just like that. How about that? And now we are going to stamp our sentiment so that I don't lose these little guys. In basic black. Again, this is one of those ink pads that my friend Melissa, I was whining one day about the Memento ink not being a real dark and wishing I still had a stamp positioning tool so I could make it darker. And she said, Brenda, get you the white craft pad, order it. It comes uninked with the little bottle of stuff to put in it. Just set that stuff over to the side. Sorry. And grab your Memento ink and ink up that ink pad. So I did, and I love it. I'm not putting this on straight either. So if this blows your mind, don't do it. Do it how you want to. All right. Our smaller piece of basic white is 5 by 3 3/4. We're going to stamp our raindrops on that, and those are azure afternoon. Let's give it a little scrub over here, since I didn't remember what color I'd used last. Tap, stamp off, stamp on, and we're going to go across like we did the last one. Stamp off, stamp on, stamp off. That was twice. That would have made those really light. Go. You can kind of see how it's jagged, and see this piece goes right there. And that gets your rain pretty much equal down through there. Off and stamp on. There we go. We've got us a good rainstorm right there. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and put this on the card. It's not going to be straight either. So if you can't handle it, you do your card like you want to do your card. There we go. Now I'm going to put adhesive on the back of this sentiment. And I'm going to put it right here. I already colored the little girl and the dog. So let's grab some dimensionals for them. That's Petunia Pop, Azure Afternoon. That is Gray Granite, and her boots are Lemon Lolly. He gets one there, and he gets a little one to hold his head up. All right, and then those off. He's going to sit on the sentiment. I have friends who can use their take your pick tool and just pop these backs off. I cannot do it. I can do one or two, not all of them. And I'm going to stand her about right there. And now let's get some basic rhinestones. Put as few or as many as you want. I've got quite a few of these little ones, so I'm gonna use them. There. And I'm gonna put one right there. That's 3 in odd numbers, always odd numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about that? All right, and now let's get some Winka Stella, because her umbrella and her jacket and boots may have it. Let's see. Ooh, that kind of lightens up that petunia pop. That's pretty. I wanted to make sure that I didn't get it on the, like, didn't want it to transfer color. And her boots, let's let them glitter too. Collar. All right, there are our 4 cards. Oh, that really lightens that up. Out of the way. Out of the way. The lid on that before it dries up. Sometimes I have done that, and then you've got to get the pin or something to. All right, there's the cards for tonight. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hope that you found a little bit of pleasure in watching me color and that kind of stuff, crafting. Let me know what kind of things you like. If there's a certain stamp set that you had your eye on, but you're not sure if you're going to like it, shoot me a message and I will see if I've got it. And if I do, I'll make a card or 4. So remember, let me stop the screen share. The trick to this is class to go. If you want this class to go, place a $45 order and use the host code. It was at the top of the screen through the whole thing, or it's in the email. It's even posted on Facebook. And just let me know if your order is $150 or more. Don't use the host code. You get your own Stampin' rewards, but let me know that you still want this class to go, and I'll get it in the mail to you no later than February 27th. So you will get all of the card stock and the designer series paper, but I cannot send any stamped images. So if you want them to look just like this, get the bundle. And that's right at the $45, if I remember correctly. All right, have a great night. I hope that you do something fun for yourself this week. I get to do something fun with my whole team. Well, the team members that get to come, not everybody gets to, but for the ones who get to come, we're having a team retreat at a little place that's called the Farmhouse. And I absolutely love going to the Farmhouse. I just take everything that I want to work on. I try to have some projects already lined up in my brain and collect all the stuff for that and take it, and I work and I get it done. No interruptions except for to eat, and I don't have to cook. Miss Stacy cooks, and it is absolutely delicious. So there's an opportunity for if you just want to go and you're not part of the team. We're going again in June, on June 30th to be exact, and that one is a Monday through Thursday. So if you're interested, let me know. And there's only space for 12. So first come, first serve. All right. With that, I'll let you go. Do something fun for yourself this week. Stay warm. I know that half the country is in a cold right now, and I'm not looking forward to it. It's supposed to be really cold this weekend. All right. Have a good one, and do something fun for yourself.